Hi guys, DE Shave Talk with Kit here for another video, and I'm really happy to see my subscribers here, first time viewers. If you're not a subscriber, please click the subscribe button. I've got kind of a historical shave going on today. I'm going to go back to when I first started to DE shave, which was only about a little over a year ago. And I started out with about 3 razors that were all under $10, including this one right here. It's a Baili BD 179 butterfly razor. And I just realized that I have never even done a video on that, and yet it was one of my very first razors when I started to learn how to DE shave. And one of my very first soaps was the TOBS, Taylor of Old Bond Street, Sandlewood. So I'm going back to that today. We're going back in history. And my very first synthetic brush that I bought from AG at Haircut and Shave Co. on Amazon.com was this one. Really nice, 24 millimeter, very thick, and nice tuxedo knot barber pole with really nice handle. It's oddly enough one of my first and still one of my very favorite brushes, and that's how I got started in my synthetic brushes, which I probably have 8 or 9 synthetic brushes now. Some from Haircut and Shave Co. and the rest of them from my good friends at Yaki. So I'll be using my trusty Barber Sol aftershave and my Thayer's Witch Hazel and T.N. Dickinson's Witch Hazel. If I need styptic pencil, if I kit myself, I'll be using that, and after the shave I'll use some Allen Block to calm my skin down. But before I actually start whipping up the soap, when I thought about going back to the beginning with my shave equipment for a shave, I realized I'd never told my subscribers what my motivation was for starting my DE Shave Talk with Kit channel. I'll be frank with you, I love DE shaving. I love the sense of the soap. I love the feel of the lather on my face, especially like I'm going to do today. I'm going to have warm lather out of my Crown King Scuttle. But I love the clean shave that I get with the DE razor. I love the experience that I'm taking time for myself. There's almost nothing I don't like about DE shaving, and for all my life shaving was like brushing my teeth. But when I started to DE shave with the delicious soaps and aftershave and the aromatherapy, I'm never going back, and I love to do it. But that's not answering the question, why make a shave channel? I need to tell you a little story. And if you don't have time for this story, just skip on ahead to the shave. I was 5 years old. My father was a weekend alcoholic, and when he drank hard on the weekends, and he was mean. And every weekend when he got drunk, he would threaten my mother. I'm 5, I'm standing on the stairway of our 2-story house at the time, and And my father was screaming at my mother like he usually did when he was drunk on the weekends, and she was 9 months pregnant with my younger brother, Tim. Way out, tummy way out, 9 months pregnant. And they're standing by the fireplace, and he comes up, my father, he comes up to my mother with a kitchen knife. He has a big kitchen knife in his hand. It's about the knife is, 14-inch knife or whatever. And he plunges down towards my pregnant mother's tummy, who had my brother in it, 9 months pregnant, and says, "I'm gonna kill you, bitch." And then he raises it up again and says, "I'm gonna kill you, bitch," and brings the knife down and stops just short of her stomach. That went on for 4 or 5 times. My mother grabbed a vase on the fireplace mantle and clobbered my father right in the head and cut him wide open, knocked him out. Police, fire, sheriff's department, everybody in the city was there. It was quite the ordeal. I'm 5 years old, I'd never forget it. That was the last time I ever saw my father. 5 years old. Why did I tell you that story? Because I spent the rest of my years growing up without a father. People who grow up without a father, men that grow up without fathers, are going to know what I'm talking about. You are left with not quite knowing how to be a man unless you find mentors that in every category of manhood, of fatherhood, and leading, and how to get a job, and how to shave. You don't have any idea how to do anything that men do if you don't have a father, unless you get mentors. So all my life I've been trying to figure out, what do men do and how do they do it? Through mentors. Meaning I would pick other men that I admired and I would try to pattern myself after them, and that's how I have learned to be a man without a father. So why does that relate to my DE Shave channel? Well, it's pretty simple. When I started to DE Shave, I didn't know. You can't believe the mistakes I made because I had nobody to teach me. So I got on YouTube and I started looking for mentors. Mentors like friendship shaving. Mentors like sled head. So many mentors, friends of mine, that I now have that mentored me. Shaving with Rich. So many of my friends that I now have became my male mentors, teaching me what men do and how to do it when it comes to DE shaving. So I decided after I finally started learning how to shave that I'd start my own channel and I would try to be a mentor in return. I mentor to the young man that doesn't have a father to teach him how to shave. I mentor to men that have never shaved with anything but an electric or a cartridge razor. I just had this strong desire to start this channel to be a mentor. Let's face it, I've got 100 subscribers. I'm never going to be famous. I'm never going to make any money at this because I'll never have enough subscribers. So my motivation is not financial, for sure, but I want to give back to other men what men gave to me. So If you want to call me dad, you want to call me grandpa, you want to call me friend, you want to call me anything you want to call me, everybody's welcome to watch my channel. But my motivation for doing this channel was to be a mentor to others, as they were a mentor to me. So, now that I've told you why I do this channel, let's start lathering up here. Okay, I warmed up the haircut and shave Coach Willamette 24 millimeter brush. Shake a little water off it. Sticking it in here, into my Crown King shave scuttle. And I'll just set that down. I'm going to whip this up really good. So I know you can't see it, but I'm whipping up my Taylor of Old Bond Street, one of my original soaps. In fact, look at this. Not much left. Not much left of that baby. So I've enjoyed that soap a lot. I can honestly say it's not my favorite, because my favorite are the 4 fine soaps that I have. But I do like the Taylor of Old Bond Street soap. It's a really good lathering soap. It doesn't tend to deteriorate, and it has really good cushion. The smell is very good. I like the Sandlewood's scent of the TOBS soap, and the only complaint I have on it is it leaves very little, for me anyway, it leaves very little post-shave conditioning. Okay, I've got it whipped up really nice. Really nice lather. And I'm going to just wet my face here. And I'm going to go back to the beginnings with my Baili BD 179 butterfly razor. This razor falls in. When I first started, oh baby, I really had a hard time not hurting myself, because I hadn't learned that you don't put a lot of pressure when you shave, because I've been used to cartridge shaving, where you put almost as much pressure as you want to and not hurt yourself. Well, I'd heard people say, just not so much pressure, the weight of the head. And I heard the words, but it never translated for the longest time into actually only applying light pressure on my face. So I hurt myself a lot when I was learning how to shave. And had I been using something other than say a level 4 or mild razor, it could have been real ugly, let me tell you. And so, in fact, when somebody's starting out, I don't hesitate to recommend something like a level 4 aggressive razor, something like this Baili BD 179 butterfly. It still gives a good shave. It's more than a buffer. It's not much more though, and it has no exposure on the edges. It has no blade exposure here. So if I were to go around my ears on my head, wouldn't hurt me a bit. I'm certainly not going to. I'm not going to catch my ears. Okay, so here we go. Let's start to shave. Yeah. And you know what? The first pack of 100 blades that I bought, after testing a few blades was the Astras. And guess what I have in here today? You got it, an Astra. And, you know, I usually shave with level 6 now that I know how about pressure and feel, blade feel and all of that. But this is really comfortable, a level 4. And I'll still pull this out, especially if I have any irritation going on from the previous shave. This is really a great solution to keep some razors around that maybe aren't your perfect aggression level that you for your closest shave, but when you have some sensitive skin going on or something like that. Or I like to use it when I'm lazy. Okay, so that sounds funny, but if you use a non-aggressive shaver like this, especially if you know how to shave, you're not going to be worried at all about cutting yourself. Because, frankly, it's always possible, but not as likely. So, when I'm lazy and want to relax and shave, really relax, what a good choice. With a level 4 razor, it's not like a level 1 or 2. I have a few of those. You can feel the blade a little bit. Not as much as my scallop comb Yaki razor, of course. Because it's a 6 and a lot more exposure and blade feel and all that. But as I said, if you're just starting out, you started out shaving with a DE razor, I highly recommend the Baili BD 179 and with that one razor, practice shaving and find what you want to gonna try to do is find the right blade for you or a couple of right blades for you. I ended up in the beginning searching blades, and I ended up with I got 3 blades that I use, period. That's it. I don't have 50 packs of blades of different kinds, and I don't intend to. I have this one, the Astra, that I tend to use on anything of my shavers that is of the lower aggressive scale for me, like this one. Astra for me, because I have sensitive skin, even though admittedly, there are sharper blades out there, of course. However, for me, the Astra blade is about as sharp as I want to go. And I found that through hard knocks of, for example, there's no way that I can shave with a feather blade. I've tried, and oh baby, it's ugly. Pass two. I wish I could explain to you guys how this razor it's so non-aggressive that it almost feels like there's no blade. It almost feels like there's no blade. But of course there is. I can hear the audio feedback. It's cutting. And actually it's cutting well. So I'm gonna say, wow, this is an enjoyable shave. In fact, I think I'm going to start using this razor a little more often. Hadn't used it for a while, and I can honestly say I kind of forgot how really nice it is. I'll even use it on my head if I have any. I suffer from precancerous skin problems. You can probably see it on my head. I always have something going on, and sometimes I'll get those on my head in the areas that I actually do shave, and. When that happens, it'd be a perfect time to pull out that Baili BD or Bad Dog 179. I always call my BD Bailis Bad Dogs. So, because I don't know what the BD stands for, so I always say, well, that's my Bad Dog 179. Or my Bad Dog 176. I got two Bailis. This is going to be against the grain, pass through. So anyway, I hope you guys understand what motivates me. You're probably not going to see a lot of, well, I guarantee you're not going to see any $200 razors. And you're not going to see any designer soaps, or probably no shave brushes over, say, 20 bucks out of me, because when I was growing up with no father, I understood and experienced poor. One time when I was in junior high, more than one time, there was no food in the house. My mother was a single mother, and she was always looking for the next man. Spin her money on chasing men. Anyway, we didn't have any food in the house, and I actually had to eat gravy train dog food. I was that hungry, and that's what I ate. So I understand poor. My wife is from the Philippines. My wife grew up without running water, in a little house with a grass roof. She's told me stories many times that okay, that's it. Many times where all they had was, for the whole day, a little teeny bit of rice and one dried fish to flavor it. One meal for the whole day. So, some people put me down because I don't spend a lot of money on my shave gear. Well, I supported my wife's family after marrying her. My wife and I supported them for 8 years because my father-in-law was a janitor and made $100 a month. Every extra dime that we made went to go for their support. So, if you think I'm a frugal shaver, you're right. But I'm like a lot of people in the world who don't have a lot of money to shave. And my shave channel is geared to that kind of shaver. Like it or not. And that's my motivation, because even if I had enough money to buy a $200 razor, a $75 brush, and all the designer soaps, and all the designer aftershaves, I've seen poor. I've seen poor. I've lived poor. And my conscience won't allow me to do it. So I try to teach people how to make the best and have the most enjoyment out of inexpensive shave gear. I have probably $300 for the shave gear. This is witch hazel, by the way. And then I'm going to do my second witch hazel, the rose scent. Dang, that's a good shave. With the mild razor. I mean, seriously, this is a good shave. No irritation. I didn't even use the alum block or, I mean, when you get a shave like that, you don't need it. So I'm going to let this dry. I'll let it dry, hop in a shower, come back, and I'll put on my Barbasol aftershave, and that's what I'll do. So this shave is done. So I hope I've left my subscribers and first-time viewers with a little insight as to what motivates me. I want to be a mentor. And I want to be a mentor to those shavers that want to enjoy the passion of DE shaving like I do, but don't have a lot of money to do it with. That's my channel. That's my motivation. I hope you'll subscribe for any reason. I hope you'll get something out of my videos. And for now, thanks a lot for watching. This has been DE Shave Talk with Kit, and I'll see you next time.